Yeah.
Good to see you guys again.
Yeah,
Nice
too.
to see you.
The offense obviously has been clicking at a very high level.
Yep.
Last couple of weeks, 40 points per game, more than 100 yards, more than previously. What's been in your mind? What's been unlocked? What's been the difference?
I think the biggest thing is we're able to play free. Coach Jerry made a big point. He's like, I don't want you guys to think too much. I want you to go out there, be confident in what we're learning, what we're producing, and at the end of the day, just play freely and instinctual.
And the plays are similar to what you guys had done before, but just run freer with more confidence, maybe? Or
Yeah, I mean, every offense coordinator is going to have the same plays, match plays, forwards, everything like that. And I think Jerry, he's been waiting for this opportunity for a while, and it's kind of a weird timing and weird situation for him to get the opportunity, but he's ran with it. And he was joking and telling us about how his dad, when he was little, kind of gave him scenarios when it's fourth down, what do you call? So he's a he's a coach's son, and he's kind of given us the right situations and the right plays to execute. So he lets Nico kind of not overthink things, get the ball to the playmakers and let them do their thing. So it's kind of a credit to everyone on offense and Jerry and Coach Skip.
what about Noel Mazzoni? Have you had any interaction with him? Mikey was telling us he likes to joke with guys. He was telling me you get on a step ladder for the quarterback to see him.
Yeah.
Anything like that for you?
I've had interaction with him. I know he's a big mentor to Coach Jerry.
Yeah.
So it's cool to see them interact. And he's kind of helped every position on the offense. He'll kind of hang around and help each position room. So he's been helping the tight ends out a lot. Certain reads, what to expect, what to do if you get this coverage. So he's just a guy full of knowledge that we're trying to pick his brain.
Have you noticed him and Coach Neuheisel have kind of like been together a lot and that bond they have?
Oh, they got a great bond, and I think it's helping Coach Jerry because, like I said, the situation he was put in was tough, and so for him to have a mentor like that to be on deck at hands, it's helped him out a lot. So it's only beneficial for the offense because what we can get out of Jerry from Coach Mazzoni is extremely helpful.
So with kind of making it easier to kind of think freely and not have to think too much, how does that work? Is that like simplifying the playbook, or is it simplifying some of the window dressing, like motions and stuff? Like, what part of it makes it easier?
Yeah, I mean, well, each week, different game plans. So certain defenses you want to motion more against, trick them as far as sending guys in certain situations. So every offense is going to have that. I think the biggest thing for us to think more freely and play freely is to simplify the offense as far as, okay, you're running a corner route. If you have outside leverage, take it high. If you have inside leverage, just flatten it. I mean, it's back to like foundational football.
Like binary choices?
Exactly. And so, because from there, once the ball snap, it's all instinctual. The coaches can't give us the defense they want because obviously they're scheming against our offense. So from when the ball is snapped, it's kind of on the players. So the biggest thing for Coach Jerry and one thing he's done that's helped us out a lot as an offense is we've had unit meetings together. So the running backs, tight ends, and receivers and quarterbacks will be in the team room going over pass concepts, while the O-line's kind of going over their stuff. So we're all on the same page as far as, hey, let the tight end release first, let the receiver release underneath. Everyone kind of knows, versus we split off into position rooms and we're like, what are they telling their guys in this room versus this room? So it's just more, I guess, public with the whole offense on, okay, make sure this guy goes underneath and whatnot.
So like having a more global understanding helps you.
Exactly.
Got it.
Yeah.
What stands out about what you've seen from the Maryland defense?
Yeah, they're a really, really young but talented team. They have a lot of playmakers. They have two defensive ends, both freshmen but really good players. They're really big guys across the board, DBs, linebackers, defensive line. They have extreme effort. So it's kind of like what I was saying when we were going into Penn State. We just got to focus on ourselves, take each play at a time, because those guys are going to make plays. So we can't let their playmaking ability kind of set us back.
How much fun has these last few weeks been for you?
I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of fun to win. So the last 2 weeks, just winning in general is fun, but also the atmosphere. I don't know if you guys can feel it when you guys are up there during warm-ups and whatnot. I mean, everyone's kind of flipped the script as far as having fun being out here. Just enjoying, because at the end of the day, this is my last season here, and I can't take these moments for granted. So it's just been fun being out with these guys, and Coach Skip's done an incredible job flipping the culture as far as making sure we're disciplined with what we do every day, but also when we get on the field, just cut it loose, play freely, have fun, and I hope that's reflected on the field on Saturdays, the last 2 Saturdays, because that's what it feels like.
How much do you think that enthusiasm, more than anything, maybe schematic, has kind of flipped things for you guys?
Yeah, I think just having the enthusiasm, because at the end of the day, this sport is a child sport, and we're just playing it at a high level. So having that enthusiasm is huge, because again, it correlates directly with playing freely. When you make plays, let's celebrate those plays. When you have small wins, let's celebrate those wins. The first thing Coach Skip said when he got this interim head coach job is we got to celebrate the small successes. So let's start with the locker room. Let's clean the locker room. That's one win. Let's celebrate that win. And it just piles on. It's like a snowball effect. So like I said, Coach Skip has done an incredible job being able to enforce that on us. And from there, the players are just taking it and running with it.
What was the first small win you celebrated? Was it the clean locker room?
It's a clean locker room.
And how did you celebrate as a team?
I mean, we didn't actually celebrate it in that way.
There's cake.
Yeah, no. But he's like, guys, like, let's take this. Let's kind of don't get complacent with it. And that's the biggest thing is when you have a win, when you celebrate a win, don't get complacent. So you guys know about the one-hit wonders, like. Big game, great win, don't get complacent. Let's move on. And so going to Michigan State, that was a big thing for us, and now we know what the standard is, so don't get complacent with that. Celebrate the wins. We celebrated on Saturday, I'll tell you that. It was a great flight back. It's been a while since we had a flight with a win, so now we're looking forward to hopefully celebrating this Saturday, but as far as now, we're just celebrating this practice as a successful practice, and then tomorrow, Friday, and then we'll see what it's like on Saturday. Yeah.
You mentioned the no one-hit wonder thing. Obviously, the week before that, it was strain. Is there a prevailing message this week that's new?
Yeah, the message this week is the standard is the standard. And it's kind of funny because I was getting a lot of jokes from people back home, and they were saying, are you guys going to say, are you going to be two-hit wonders? And I was like, we'll see what the message is. And so the first team meeting after the Michigan State game, Coach Skip kind of addressed the team, and he said, what does this say? And it said on the big screen, the standard is the standard. So we're all kind of waiting to see what he means. And he basically said, like, we know how to win. We know what it feels like. We have all the talent we need. We're not bringing any guys in to help us. Like, this is the team we have. So let's do what we can with it. And deep down, we knew we had the success already. So now that we're kind of getting it, let's take it and see how far we can go with it.
Can you talk a little bit about how this offensive line has performed this last 2 weeks, playing alongside them a lot of the time?
Yeah.
What have you seen from them?
I think a lot of it is with Coach Kwan, especially. He's helped him out. We have a lot of experience in that offensive line, and I know you guys saw during fall camp we were mixing a lot of positions, seeing which ones fit, and I think that just goes to how versatile those guys are. I've been here with Garrett for a while. He's one of my close friends on the team, and he's an extremely amazing leader in that room. So he's helped all of them kind of get together because we had a rough start to the season across all positions. And so I think Coach Kwan has kind of rallied them up, and I think the biggest thing is they're now playing all the way through the whistle. At the end of the day, if you don't make your block but you strain and you kind of play from point A to point B 4 to 6 seconds as hard as you can, you're gonna get yourself in the right position. So the effort has been amazing, phenomenal, and so I think it's credited to guys like Garrett, who's the leader of that room, and then Coach Kwan.
Time for one more question.
With Coach Jerry, being promoted, you've sort of taken over that role in the tight end room, and has that changed or evolved your role as one of the older guys in that position?
Yeah, it was a funky. That was a great question. It was a funky situation because when that whole thing happened, first thing is Jerry gonna be with the tight ends? And we kind of figured he was gonna be with the quarterbacks, and so it was kind of like watching your dad drop you off for daycare and you're watching him leave and you're like, are you hanging out with them now? So we were giving him a lot of jokes. So I was messing with him. I was like, do you remember my name, coach? Like, hey, it's Hudson Habermehl. And he's like, oh, stop. So he still swings by the position rooms, helps us out, and he's been loving it. I love watching him from a different perspective now, because he's kind of living out his dream in a way. But we still joke with him because we miss him in the tight room especially. So Coach Dan Siegel, he's been here for a while. He's been doing a great job, and he's known all of us especially me and Jack, since we've been here for a while, for the longest time. So it wasn't a weird transition getting him in there. He knows the same terminology that we've used for the last couple of years. So as far as myself, it's been a weird switch up because it's more hands-on with the players. But we were saying, if anything, this is the best position room to happen to because of the maturity level of the tight ends. So we're able to take it and run with it and kind of level everything out. And I've been here so long, so I know how things work. So it's not really any hiccups in that process, but it's cool seeing Jerry. I mean, I'm so happy for him. He's been here since obviously since I got here, but I've seen him grow tremendously. And so for him to get this opportunity, and I know he's enjoying himself, but man, he's stressed. He's stressed, especially that first week. His wife would call me and say, "Hey, can you please bring food up to Jerry? He hasn't eaten all day." So I go in that staff room, and Jerry's they're scheming up plays, and he's like, I just joke, "Here's your Uber Eats delivery," and he's like, "Oh, thanks, bro. Did my wife send it?" I was like, "Yeah." But like I said, I'm happy for him. He's doing a great job, and the best is yet to come.
Thanks, Hudson.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, man.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Good. Good.
You ready to roll here?
Yes, sir.
Did some nice catches last week, and you guys obviously have averaged 40 points a game these last 2 games. What's your favorite part of playing in the offense the last couple of weeks?
Man, just being able to do like everything we've been doing since fall camp. I feel like everyone's been able to show, like, put things on tape now, and especially being able to win now. That's always a great feeling. But I feel like just playing with my boys since like youth football and being able to do this in like the big show now is really awesome.
Are you guys still basically using the same playbook? You mentioned fall camp, so is the playbook basically the same?
Yeah, it's pretty much all the same, just different tweaks and changes and all that.
What about Coach Neuheisel? What has he brought as far as leading the offense?
Just a lot of energy, great energy. He's a great coach. He knows what he's talking about, and he's just a great communicator to make sure everyone's on the same page and stuff like that.
Have you had a chance to correspond with Noah Mazzoni yet since he's come on board? What's that been like? What's he added?
He's very smart. He knows a lot of football, so definitely knows what he's talking about, and just has a lot of knowledge. So I definitely try to pick his brain as much as I can, and me and him be joking a lot. So it's always, we have great energy.
Any jokes you can share with us?
He'd just be telling me, like, when I be running like an over route or something like that, he'd be like, "Make sure you step on the step stool so the quarterback can see you." You feel me? So stuff like that. But it's all lighthearted stuff like that.
How much does it help, though? Seeing the run game open up. How has that helped the passing game kind of, get a little bit more freedom?
It's definitely sets up, like, the run game sets up everything, just being able to manipulate the defenders, thinking if I'm going to block them or if I'm going to run a route, get some guessing and all stuff like that. So especially when I run off the ball, they just don't know what am I going to do to them, if I'm going to block or if I got to run a deep route on them. So it just keeps them guessing. So when we run the ball like that, they just don't know what we're going to do. So that definitely helps out a lot in the pass game.
Receiver downfield blocking has seemed to be a huge emphasis the last couple of weeks. How has that kind of grown over the last 3 games?
I feel like we definitely been blocking all the games. It's definitely just more of a mindset and more of a want to. But especially like now that we're winning, it's fun. Football's fun. It's always going to be fun. But when you're winning, you can't deny that. So you're going to want to do everything for your teammates to make sure you get that dub.
The coaching changes have obviously gotten a lot of attention recently, but from either you or just your teammates, what have you seen that has maybe changed or just stayed consistent?
I feel like we all just came closer together. We all, and during fall camp we were at the hotels together, so we all just been very tight knit and bonded. So like when all the coaching staff and change, it's just made us closer because at the end of the day, it's just going to be us on the field besides who's coaching us. So we got to go out on the field and make the plays. So.
What have you seen from Nico in these last 2 games?
Just he's always been a leader. He's definitely stepped up more on that role, being like more vocal and all that stuff. But he's been doing what he's doing since fall camp. So now we're doing it against like other teams now and we're winning. So it's good, like stuff like that.
You guys are throwing. I'm sorry to interrupt. The throwback uniform Saturday. Have you guys tried them on yet, and how excited are you to have them?
I haven't tried on the uniforms yet, but we tried the cleats on, and those are pretty nice. They look really cool. Definitely got to wear them another day to break them in, but you know how that gets. It'd be hurting though.
What do you think about the way the throwbacks look, the light blues?
Nah, I like them. I think they definitely match well, and I think we got one of the best uniforms in college football.
You were obviously here in the spring, and obviously the practice field's changed quite a bit. What are your thoughts on everything right now?
I love it, especially the grass field right here. definitely takes less wear and tear on our bodies because the turf field, but I definitely love just the grass field, being able to cut on it. It just feels way smoother and all that stuff.
Did it drain okay? Was it okay to run on today?
Yes, sir, it was. It actually was held up pretty nice. I thought it was going to be pretty just like muddy, but it wasn't muddy at all. I feel like it drained pretty well.
What have you seen out of the Maryland defense?
Definitely they play a lot of zone, and their corners are going to be a lot of grabby stuff like that, so we just got to run away and attack them and just play with speed.
Having momentum around this program right now, does it feel like there could be a big attendance at the Rose Bowl? Do you feel like there's an opportunity to continue and build this?
Yeah, for sure. We're going to definitely take one game at a time. Definitely got a big game this week against Maryland, and definitely want to handle them and get on to next week, but definitely just focus on this week and to see how that takes on next week and all the weeks after that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.